Hi, my name is Reggie Powell, and on behalf of the team at Marriage Reconciliation Playbook, I would like to welcome you to another love session where we love on and appreciate the marriage that the two of you are raising up. We are so happy. We cheer. We give you a praise happy hand clap because of what the two of you are trying to do. We are so in love with your marriage and your struggles and your successes, and we want to celebrate all of it because all of it turns you into what you are. We are an all encompassing solution for creating, raising up, and celebrating loving, successful marriages. And we want your marriage to represent us in that loving, successful marriage revolution. And so we want to answer your questions. We want to be your marriage university, if you will. So if you can drop your comments or questions, whatever you want to talk about in the comments, and we will be sure and cover them to help you to do what you guys are doing. And while you're doing that, if you believe in what we're doing and if you want us to keep it up, could you please hit that subscribe button, the like button, and that because that's the only way we are able to stay on and do what we're doing, providing this needed marriage relationship help. You've seen it out there. You've seen how the world is against loving, successful marriages. And on that note, if you do nothing else, could you please go over to MarriageReconciliationPlaybook.com and sign up for our daily successful marriage tips so the two of you have no reason not to treat each other lovingly. Having said all that, once again, thank you so much for your representation on this earth of a wonderful marriage, or at least trying to get there. So part of getting there is your being here, getting some love for your marriage as well as advice. And we call this part of the advice, this session, condition of the heart. I'm not sure if you're into music. There was a man named Prince. He's not alive anymore. He did a song called Condition of the Heart. And if you're into music at all, Google or whatever you do, YouTube Condition of the Heart and listen to that song by Prince. And while you're listening to that song, stop and consider that on that song, that one man sang all lead and background vocals and played every instrument that you're hearing on that song. Condition of the heart. But anyway, condition of the heart. There's a saying that where your treasure is, there your heart is also. It is also written that if anything is admirable, if anything is excellent, if you find anything praiseworthy, concentrate, think about, meditate on these things. Now, when we're talking about your marriage, let's apply that. If not only if anything is, when you're talking about your marriage and you having a successful, loving marriage, one of the habits that you're going to get into is to look for things that are admirable. Look for things that are praiseworthy. Look for things that are complimentary. You're not just gonna happen up and find these things. You want to set your heart. You want to think about your marriage. Think about the wonderfulness of your marriage. Once again, where your treasure is, there your heart is. So there's nothing wrong with making your marriage your treasure, especially when you think about what the world is trying to do to you trying to do to your marriage. We've talked about the fact that this world is against a successful loving marriage. Look at the commercials you see, look at the different shows that come on about affairs and different ways that we can step into any true love we find. We want to find a way to get in there and break it up and throw some water on that. And that's how society is. But right now we are going against the grain of society because we are going to set our heart on our treasure, and our treasure is going to be our marriage. And in our marriage, if anything, if we search, we are going to search in our marriage. And when we find something admirable, when we find something excellent, when we find something praiseworthy, we are going to set our hearts and think about those things on concerning our marriage. We've talked about the fact that you two have love. You two have love. That is a much more of a commodity than you realize. You must cultivate and cherish that love. There's also an old song by Larry Graham called "One in a Million." I couldn't stand the song because I used to be a DJ back in the day. That's why I talk about music. And there was I was a sucker for a funky beat, but this song was just a one in a million chance of a life. Oh my gosh, it was just unbelievable. And so, but my point is, marriage, love is a one in a million chance of a lifetime. Life showed this man compassion and sent to him a stroke of love called his wife. And that's what the song was all about. Oh gosh, a one in a million you that's what it was about. It just causes pain thinking about the whole ballad of the whole thing. But let's not miss the point. Love, recognize what you guys have when you have love. Cultivate your love because it's so one in a million chance of a lifetime. Celebrate your love. We are here to celebrate it with you. And we're going to leave it right there and join each other next time. So you take care, and we look forward to seeing you again soon.